Well, Mr. Machine, you ready to get the party started?
Yeah, let's do it.
There we go. That's a good idea about that. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. You know it is me and Mr. Machine right here on JJ's PC Builds. You know, I was sitting there thinking to myself, did AMD kind of make a mistake? I mean, did they make a mistake or a boo-boo on the updates for the chipset? You think, Machine? They might have made a mistake?
They never make mistakes.
Well, yeah. I've heard that. I've heard that many a times. No, they never make a mistake.
No, they never. No,
they never make a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they might have. So let me flip over the action screen. I ain't got nothing set up yet, so everybody just have to keep their pantyhose on. There, because I had to flip the screen. So there, I did it again. I don't know. I keep forgetting to turn that off for some reason. I guess I just have to make more mistakes, I guess. Okay, let's go to the action screen and get it started, man. I mean, we can't keep screwing around. So. Okay, here we go, guys. AMD Ryzen Chipset Driver release notes 8.01.20.513. That's a mouthful. Okay, so this was for, I think it was today or yesterday. I think it was yesterday, maybe. Probably today, who knows. But release highlights, bug fixes included, update, install, Shield software version. This package doesn't include AMS mailbox driver, which I wish they would fix that, and SOI 3 filter driver support. I really wish they would fix that, but looking at the dependencies, basically they're telling you how after the install, blah, 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 you guys know, just download it, install it, and be done. Restart your PC, and then after that, turn around, shut your PC down, let it sit 15 seconds, no power. No, you don't have to unplug it, and just let it roll. Okay, the chipset it'll support is a wide variety of motherboards. So you guys got a wide variety of motherboards. And it also support the 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 series processors. All the way down to 3,000. Unless they go any further than that. So looks like it's all the way down to the 3,000 series. Package contains, let's see, no change. Bug fix, the UART driver, that's been bug fixed. The GPIO2 driver, that's been fixed. Look, make sure you guys are watching these numbers too. PSP driver, no change. Micro PEP driver. This you don't have to worry about. It's not for you. PPM provisioning file driver. USB 4 CM driver. Finally, this says it's a bug fix driver, but they didn't. You can see the revision; it hasn't changed, so that's not a fix. And this is not a fix neither. They put that in accidentally. They're just too lazy to cut it out and See, this was what I was looking for, was the AMD 3D V-Cache Performance Optimizer Driver. I was hoping they might have updated this and made it better. They didn't. The SFH 1.1 driver, they fixed it. Not by much. The AMD interface driver, the AMD PCI, and the SM bus, they didn't do anything to it. It didn't fix anything. See, you guys wonder, if you're watching the before and after, I'm looking at all the before and afters. If they're fixing anything. Did they fix anything? Okay. Truthfully, I've already updated the drivers. I've tested them out, and here's the deal. I found one problem when I went to update the MSI their little catalog kind of thingy with the MSI motherboard. It seems that the update got denied because it says the program didn't have system permissions. So I'm still looking into why it said that. Now it's very interesting why it denied my system permissions because the motherboard got software and it does the updates, but it denied the motherboard the update. So I got to figure that out. And if I find out anything that's going to be relevant for you guys, I will bring that up to you. But I went on Steam today. I checked the driver, I checked the drivers by running a game or two. Didn't see any problem there. As far as I know, it's kind of pretty solid, but that, except for that one little problem I had with going from the MSI store, you guys know what it is, the MSI Center, not store, the MSI Center. It was supposed to update its actual program, but I guess the system didn't allow it. So I'm going to manually download it, and I'm going to try it, and I'm going to see if the system is going to allow it or not. Maybe that's a glitch. I'm thinking, machine, that's going to be a glitch. That could be just like a one-time glitch. It happened, and it's done and over with.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure y'all got your drink and snacks, by the way. So, yeah. I mean, all in all, the drivers seem fine. Even after that little bit, I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary. Did you already update yours?
Chipset?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. If you find anything out of the ordinary, let me know.
I will.
Because I didn't find anything out of the ordinary other than that one thing. So, if it's just that one thing and that can be fixed, I just got to go in through the MSI programming and, re-download the new version, and then, just reinstall the new version. It'll fix it. Could be that when I was doing the update for the MSI Center, also too, I didn't think about that. If I didn't shut down and restart the computer, or shut it down, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then restart it, it could be that, That's the reason why I didn't have permissions. You know, machine?
Mm-hmm.
That could be the reason why. Is I don't remember. I remember shutting down and restarting, but I think what it is when it says do you want to restart and you restart, it didn't refresh everything. So the system kind of probably felt like it was being attacked doing that update for the MSI Center, and sure enough, that could have been the problem because after I had that little moment, I shut the computer completely down, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then I started it back up. I haven't seen anything since. I can get into the MSI Center, so I'm not worried about that. So I think it's a small little glitch. Maybe I was doing two things too much. So it glitched out. It happens. But all in all, the drivers are fine. I know there's going to be somebody that's out there that's going to say to me, Jay, the drivers suck. You know this machine and I know this. You're going to get somebody out there that's going to say, Jay, these drivers really suck. Yeah, well, that's true. They do suck. Just like the fact of the prices of graphics cards going up. Let's talk about something about that. Let's switch over to what I got cooking over on videocards.com. Global GPU prices up 15% since November. And I remember, machine, I told everybody before the end of November, I told everybody to make sure if you're going to buy something, you better do it right away. As if not, it's going to be too late. Did I not say that?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what happened? 15% higher than since November. So I have a feeling I might know what they're doing. This might be a hunch. I have a hunch that for them to clear out their old stock, and hear me out on this, for them to clear out their old stock, they had to do nothing but tell everybody it was a massive sale. I mean, it would make sense if they're trying to make money on the back end, they would do a massive sale before the end of November, which they did. And then after that, when they're low on stock, they done push the prices up. So this seems like it's going to be a never-ending song and dance. They go and put a massive sale out there, and then boom, everybody starts buying up the product, and they trickle out a little bit here and there. Guess what? The prices just went up. So we're inflating our own prices, guys. When you're purchasing 50 million GPUs, that's inflating the price. Because here's the problem. When they get their shipment from China to the United States, we all know it's got tariffs already stamped on. So that's a 10% there. And then on top of that, they got to tack on delivery fees. They got to tack on what do you call it? Taxes and the whole 900 yards. By the time you get it, it's going to be more than 15%. That 15% goes way up past that, like 45%. So we're getting a 45% increase, I think. See, and they even say at this point, The supply situation for some GeForce models look difficult to ignore. NVIDIA has denied claims that the RTX 5070 Ti production was being wound down. We all know it is. We just need to get over it. But the pricing trend lines up with what we're expecting from tightening availability in tech spot tables. Now, I want you guys to understand something too. It's not just NVIDIA this is happening with. This is happening with AMD as well. AMD and NVIDIA are tightening up their pocketbook. They're grinding down and hoping everybody would pay 4 to 6 times of the amount for a graphics card. I can't see paying all that money for a card that, I got the 7600 in this PC right now. It's an 8 gigabyte card and I'm streaming with it. So what? I mean, if I think about it, if I need a card, all I gotta do is like this. I just grab my card. See? I got a card right here. I can stream with all day long. So, but I'm giving it a break. I think I've hammered on it quite a bit, don't you think, Machine?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you guys hold on to the right cards, you wouldn't have to be buying 5 to 10 cards just to find the right one. Okay, unless you're reviewing the card, I would just suggest pick a card that you're more than happy, that you're going to be more than happy with. Check the reviews, make sure you know what you're buying before you buy the card. That's all you got to do. That's why they got YouTube here. They got a bunch of different reviewers that reviewed a bunch of different cards. So if you want to get, what's going on in the market, then what you need to do is you pick out 5 to 6 reviewers, you see the benchmarks, and you turn around, you weigh it yourself, which is going to be the best of the best. But we're still waiting for the next generation. That's going to be a Achilles heel there, Mr. Machine.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think they're going to do?
I don't know.
See, that's what everybody's waiting. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I don't even know what's going to happen, but I can tell you it's going to happen. See, because these prices inflated right now, this will not last forever. These companies need to make money, okay? And them keeping the prices high inflated, even Dell has said they're not going to go and, go against their community, the gaming community, the consumers, the ones that pay, certain amount for every PC part that's out there. Yeah, to them, it looks like nickels and dimes. Okay. Some companies look at it like dollars. Because if they have to spend money to make money, then they're going to want to make every dollar back that they spent, on top of making some profit. Because they got to pay their employees. They can't pay their employees on a whim in the air. So I look at it like this. If these companies would get their head out of that circle and start thinking about the community would be better off. I think they got a company out there right now with a RAM company. I think it's 6pmPst. That's out of China. They've been given the green light. They can get into the market of the United States. So that means Chinese RAM might be coming sooner or later. If they start making Chinese RAM and sending it over here to the United States, guess what we're going to be buying? We're going to be buying it right from them. So, and that's going to be a little bit different. Well, not really, because CXMT makes King Bank. You know, the RAM for your computer, King Bank. That comes from CXMT. So you never know. If they flood the market, these companies flood the market, what's going to happen is that it's going to bring the prices down if they decide to flood the market. But from what I heard this morning, it seems that they're going to get into the game of selling to the highest bidder when it comes to the RAM chips. It looks like the RAM apocalypse is definitely coming. You think we're going to get that far there, Mr. Machine?
Well, we'll see.
I think we're going to be there. I really do. I think that everything's going to snowball. And when it does, who pays the price? The consumer. That's the bad part. It's hard to see that why the consumer has to pay for all that nonsense. Especially when they're not making the problem. These companies are making mistakes on purpose. Listen to me very carefully. They're making mistakes on purpose when they sell their RAM. Is because they get a government kickback. So basically, they're not losing any money. They just settle down production until the prices go up even higher. When is it enough to buy a PC and you're spending $10,000 to $15,000 on a PC? When is it enough? We shouldn't be paying $10,000 to $15,000 for an average PC. We should be paying like between $600 and $800 for an average PC. I don't know, Machine. It's kind of odd the way they got things going, you know. Ain't paying no mind. So if we come down to it at the end of the day, man, it seems that they're telling us like this: we either suck it up and wait our turn, or we're not going to get anything at all. It's just like with AMD and FSR4 INT8. They brushed us off into the corner, but the whole point of that driver, that upscaling driver, the whole idea of that is, why did they release it in the first place? And it's much more than saying it's an oopsie. That was not an oopsie. Because if it was an oopsie, they would have, no, that's not an oops kind of thing. That was kind of a testing teaser kind of thing. I think that's what it was, Machine. It was a testing teaser. You know? So, by the way, talking about testing teasers, guess what I got from Temu? I know it sounds like a cow, but whatever. I say it, you guys say it Timo or Tima or whatever. Timu. It says Temu. Timu. Okay, got this right here from Timu. Got a camera. It's not this one. No, it's not that one. It's this one. I got it white. But they got it black on the box. I got it white. You know, I thought that I was getting a cam that connects to the PC that live streams. This does not do live streaming. This does video recording, and you can transfer the files from this to your computer. So that's pretty much it. Is there something special about it? Of course. Look, it's got one of those flip heads, right? I thought this was optical. I thought this swiveled. It doesn't. I thought this was to where it focuses on where you wanted it to go. Thought it was motorized. It's not. So is there anything that makes it special about this camera? Well, it's got a good lens. But as far as the live streaming, this will not do it. And I'm not about to put in their shady software. Okay? And that's what I'm taking from this. I'm not going to put in their shady software into my PC. I'll just use it like it is and download the picture or the video or pictures, and I'll just edit them and put them out like that. I will not download the program for this because it seems like when you go into the search, you got 30 different things of the same driver software. See, I can't trust CNET for a driver software download. I can't trust any of those companies, to download the driver software for this. To where you can use it on the PC for more than one thing. I can't. When you spend a lot of money into your hardware, last thing you want to do is get a virus and a corruption. And with everything I got going on, I really don't want that to happen anyway. So I decided not to download their software because you got to have a subscription. And from what I'm reading, you have to pay for the subscription. So you pay for the camera, and now you got to pay for the subscription. So the listing price on this camera from Temu originally was $109. They sold it to me for $27. After shipping and everything else, turned to be about $36, $37. Now you're asking yourself, Jay, is that camera really going to be worth it? Yeah, it'll be worth it if I want to do like YouTube shorts. That's about all this is good for, is YouTube shorts. I mean, I can't, with any good conscience, show you half the picture. It wouldn't look right. So, yeah. If you guys want to know my honest opinion, I mean, for the price, it's not bad. It still does the job. But it's not the job I was looking for. Now, I was looking for a camera that would take and live stream, do videos, portable videos, and the whole 900 yards. But this one's not it. Thought it was. A machine I thought it was. But this can only do YouTube shorts because of the width, with the screeny thing and the software. You got to work with what you have. And if you don't have, you can't get to the software for cameras like that. Camera has its limitations. So if I were looking to buy a professional camera, the professional camera is big. I mean, super big. And I'm not about to spend about close to $3,500 on a camera neither. So I'm stuck with getting the cameras off the shelf. You see my point, machine?
Mm-hmm.
The only way you're going to get the best camera in the world is if you pay the price. So, but that doesn't help the everyday average consumer that wants to do the same thing. What happens with them? They want to do the same thing as you, but they can't do it because not everything is correct like it's supposed to be. So basically, they look at the channel, they say, Jay, you're wrong, and they move on. They don't even stick around and find out what the finale was. So I'm just making this point really clear. When it comes to hardware, you got to know what you're buying. When it comes to software, you got to make sure it's reliable. Because if you can't, and you don't do any of the checklists, then basically you just wasted your time for nothing. I mean, your time is important. Time is money. So why not make sure you get the best of your time? We're all on borrowed time. We all have to realize this. We all are on borrowed time. Just like AMD and FSR4 with INT8. We're all on borrowed time with that too. Not taking you back off of what we're trying to accomplish with the driver updates, for the chipset. I just can't believe, machine, that AMD would release half of the driver updates. See, there's something that you got to catch from this too. Okay, what did they actually update? What chipsets? USB 4 and something on a 6000 series. And just little odds and ends. That's it. There's nothing else that they have accomplished, So, yeah. At the end of the day, man, I don't know. You'd think they would have enough common sense. You would think they would have enough ability and enough staff to make sure that we get full driver updates, for the chipset. Not a partial. This is like a partial. So I don't think I would really want to talk about a partial, do you? Yeah, so. I mean, oh, there's Dr. Blitz. Good to see you. Good to see you. Nova Lake. Everybody's saying that's going to be a disaster too. Yep. There's no high hopes for Nova Lake. None whatsoever. I mean, they keep preaching, or just everybody keeps leaking. Oh, they're going to have 52 cores and they're going to be the best. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, how much more I got to stand this? You know what I mean? Machine.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to stand the test of times.
Yeah. Something might happen to be okay. Maybe.
There better be a good act of something that's going to make it okay. But, you know, coming down to the end of times, if these companies kill off the DIY market, then people are just going to stop buying altogether. It's just crazy in my mind to think that they're going to push it to the last second, and then everybody's going to give them the big old finger and say, you know what, you had your chance, you should have shot your shot, but you didn't. They didn't shoot their shot. So I don't know. I have a feeling that in the future it's going to start dwindling down to handhelds and laptops. Just my opinion.
In consoles, like Steam machines or.
Oh, Steam machine. I know somebody that wants to get a Steam machine, but I'm doing my best to talk them out of it. See, I don't know, man. I mean, there's just so much. So, if you guys got any comments, make sure you comment down right here and let me know what you're going to be commenting about. I'll be reading it. Let me pull up some other stuff too. I got to make sure I cover everything that I put on the list. And I left a list in the description, by the way. I just want to make sure I'm covering everything. So I feel like I'm missing something today. Okay, so we talked about what is actually new on 8.01.20.513. We talked about performance or stability improvements worth noting, which there wasn't any worth noting. Any change, we talked about any changes to the system behavior, which we talked about. That I had that one glitch, but it doesn't seem to be reoccurring. So we talked about the installation notes and best practices. So real-time community Q&A and discussion. That's next on the list, which everybody talking into the live chat about what's going on with that. So, but as I can see, there's not much more I could say about the driver updates. They're nice when they're done correctly. It's just I feel this time AMD did something different. They skated something. They just want us to see what we can see in front of our eyes and the notes and everything else. But the underlying truth is, where's the rest of the software? Where's the other half of the updates? What are they waiting for? That's the next question. What has got them so bogged down that they can't put out full spread of drivers? Am I wrong, Machine?
Well,
I mean,
their focus is on AI.
exactly. It's not focused on anything we're doing here tonight, is it?
No, they're just doing something to make it look like they're doing something. You know what I mean?
They're doing something to make themselves look like they're doing nothing. Yeah.
The average person doesn't know.
No. That's what hurts the community, is when the average person doesn't know these things about all these little details, and these companies skate by unscathed just to sell you another new product. This has just become a product push. You agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but a product push. Seems like they're going to try to ram through as much products as they can at the price that they can, until either somebody in the government catches it and puts a stamp on it and says, we're stomping this down now, or something. We don't know. So, it all depends. I mean, I myself have seen it all. I thought I've seen it all. But now it seems like there's more to the story. There's more to the story because they're holding back on performance. If they wanted to give us more performance, they would have done it already now. They're nickeling and diming the hell out of us. 5 FPS here, 10 FPS there. And at the end of the day, you'll be lucky to get at least 60 FPS by the end of the year. No, 6 FPS, not 60, 6 by the end of the year. So it's crazy, is it not? So, well, I'm going to tell you guys like this. I'm not going to make this a long-winded live stream. I'm going to tell you that right there. I'm not going to make it a long-winded live stream. Because we've already covered about basically everything we can talk about. We already know what's happening with RAM apocalypse. We already know what's happening with graphics cards. We already know what's happening with motherboards. And the whole 900 yards. The whole PC broken down into several pieces. We know what's happening. And it's nothing but a cash grab. Okay? I have no stake in the game when it comes to AI and what they got going on. I have no stake in the game. So whatever I say is my words alone with no company no company at all. Does not even donate to the channel. Only one that really donated to the channel, Mr. Machine did, and you got others that donated too. The subscribers have donated to this channel. The subscribers, not those big companies. So don't think, and I know somebody's going to say, well, I know one person going to say, Jay, you were bought off. And Jay's not bought off. That's not how it works with me. No. They want to make me bought off. They'd have to put $10 million in my pocket. And you know, I doubt they ain't going to do that, Mr. Machine. So, until they put $10 million in my hand, Jay is not bought off. I'm optimistic, but I'm not bought off. That's for sure. Oh. So, Mr. Machine's on his game. That's why he's tang.
Yep.
See, he's on his game. Did I lose my moment?
Yep.
I did, didn't I?
It normally happens.
Yeah, I lost my moment.
Lots of moments.
I know. I was having like a flashback of something. I don't know. For just one moment, I was like, did you notice I started to teeter off? Like I started to, like, somebody told me the other day.
I always teeter off a little bit.
Well, somebody told me, well, no, I'm talking about like knocked out kind of thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, that just happened a few seconds ago and I lost myself. Oh, God, man. This goddamn accident. It's got my system all out of whack. I mean, I'm sitting up straight and I'm having a hard time staying awake. It's like I'm fighting with myself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not the community. Don't get me wrong. It's not you guys at all. It's me. It's dealing with the car accident, you know, and going through all this pressure and everything else. And it's just, you know, being on several medications, and it's not my community. I love you guys to death. I'll tell you that. It's me. I'm kind of faltering a little bit. I'm not drunk. I don't drink. Okay? I haven't drank in so long, it's insane. It's not that at all. I'm just having a hard time focusing. I mean, I try to get 8 hours sleep a day. I can't do it right now because I'm just having a bad time going, trying to sleep. Trying to get 8 hours a day. Think about it like this. You know, ever since I was hit like that, I've had nothing but flashbacks of that moment. I know I changed the subject altogether. Don't mind me. I can tell you it was going to happen anyway. So I don't know, Machine. Yeah. I'm just having a hard time focusing. So, guys, listen, this is what's going to happen, okay? I know usually the streams are about 2 hours, but tonight I'm going to make it 1 hour. So we got about 9 minutes left. And I do apologize. I usually keep it about 2 hours, but for some reason I can't focus whatsoever. I have had a lot that I wanted to talk to you guys tonight about, but it just doesn't seem like I can get my focus together. And I do apologize to the community for this. I just can't get my focus together. It's not you guys, it's me. I'm fighting a lot of demons right now. And I do apologize. I can't. Machine. You know what I'm saying, Machine.
Yep.
I mean, you know how it is when you're like, you go from work to your house and you're like dead, tired, stone cold, and you just don't want to talk to nobody, kind of thing. You just want to climb into bed. You just want to look at it and just fall out. What makes it bad for me right now? It's all the pain medication. You guys know how it goes with pain medication. Some people, it just wants to make them go to sleep. I took all my pain medication 6 o'clock this morning. 6 o'clock this morning. And I'm just can't focus. So, let's see. I am trying to get the right cameras. I'm just going to bring up the camera really quick. I am trying to get the right cameras. It's been hard trying to get the right camera because I want to get 4K quality on the channel. But it seems like it's been one problem after another, one camera after another. I got the one that I got from Amazon that you guys are seeing me on right now. I got this one from Amazon. You know, paid the same price as the one that you guys see me right there. Same price. This sucks. This, not too bad. They said it was 4K, but that was a lie. This is more or less like 1440p because I went through the menu, all the stuff in the menu. It's only 1440p. Hey, that's better than nothing. So, for 27 bucks, 1440p, that's fine. But the problem is it's not going to work on just making regular videos. It's only going to work for shorts. But I am going to try to see if I can expand out a little bit on the when I'm doing the videos. See if I can fan it out a little bit more to take away the stuff on the sides. We'll see. I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll try. We will try. What do you think, Machine? That's the best I can do, you know. Yeah. I mean,
you're not doing it, man. Yeah. Yeah. It's just best to just call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I really didn't want to do that, you know, because everybody was hoping that I would go the 2 hours. But I'm sure we got plenty of videos we can do in the future. You know, we'll have plenty of them to do in the future. So there's plenty of time. I just wanted to bring up what AMD was bringing out, tell you guys really quick about the little glitch that I had. So that way, if you guys get that glitch, you know, just shut your computer completely down, wait a couple minutes, and then turn it back on. Your computer should be fine. Shouldn't have any issues. Had a lot more issues with doing some other things on the computer, but over time it'll iron itself out. Wow. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it here. Machine, you want to say to everybody good night and goodbye and all that? Want to tell everybody have a great evening or anything?
Yep. Have a good night, everybody.
Sorry,
we'll be in next week.
Yeah. We'll do this again Wednesday at 6 p.m. next week. We'll make sure it's a 2-hour special. You know, I'll make sure I'm on my P's and Q's. So, but at least I came out here, gave you guys at least something for tonight. And I do apologize. It's just I can't get my focus. And you guys know when you can't get your focus, it's just time to call it. So pretty much that's what I'm going to be doing right now. So, all right, guys. Remember, if you're here for the first time, hit the subscribe button. Help keep me motivated. Just subscribe. That's what keeps me motivated. The more people I get on the channel, the more I feel the motivation. Now, when I'm super motivated and I'm focused, that's when the real magic happens. So if you guys want to see that real magic happen, subscribe, keep me focused. It's up to you guys to help me out keeping me focused. But anyway, till the next time, we will see you on the next video or live stream. Have a good evening, guys.